Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about probably one of the biggest things going on right now. It is a bit of a controversial topic, and I'm going to try my best not to say the wrong thing to get people to hate me. Because listen, oh, my fan in my window randomly turned on. Um, yeah. So we're going to be talking about the protests and also the riots that are going on across the country here in the United States. Obviously, I we all know why they're protesting. It is all about immigration, ICE, and all of that gist, right? There is I don't really know what to say about it exactly. I do I do understand why they're protesting to an extent. I do. I understand why they're upset. I understand why people are mad and upset. You can look at this two ways or even multiple ways. Um, I don't necessarily support all the chaos that they're ensuing. I don't mostly I don't support the riots that are going on in L.A. And some people like to say, "Oh, it's because the police are there." Blah 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 blah. Really, I mean, they're the ones kind of continuing it. I'm just saying. Please don't like straight up hate on me. Okay, I'm not like straight up siding with the police and ICE and the government and all of that. I'm not okay, but I'm not also. I'm kind of like in the middle. I think all the violence is a little unnecessary, but again, anyways, let's just kind of dive in. So these all started what a couple days ago, right? They're like 3 days, 3 days, 4 days in, something like that. It is so much has been going on. It's also been more protests have been happening in other states and cities. Some of them are a bit more tame, while some of them are turning into brawls. Really, in especially in LA, it's straight up a war zone down there. All right, the buildings are on fire, cars are on fire, the streets are in ruins, and looting's happening. All kinds of tear gas is being thrown out. The fucking people are using fucking leaf blowers to blow the tear gas back, which is kind of, I mean, honestly, that's pretty smart. Um, that's just, I mean, that's a smart move right there. And then they're hucking rocks at police cars. They're hucking chunks of concrete at the police. I don't really like. I don't think it's like right to be like doing all of that. Like if you want to do a protest and kind of show that, I don't know. I don't think the violence is the way to go because that's just like I respect the people who are like protesting non like this. Okay, I don't respect anyone who's rioting out there. I don't. I think it's all wrong. Granted, neither side is in the right. I think the reason why people are upset is because sometimes how ICE handles certain things. I've seen videos of them doing like going in to go get some people, and they straight up like throw them down to the ground. Like, dude, they're not doing anything. I've seen videos where the people that they're trying to take in are cooperating, but they'll just throw them down to the ground for absolutely no reason. And I don't know. I think Trump, the president, of course, he's not I don't like him all that much. He's my thinking of him. He's kind of like looking at this in like a black and white image almost. Like he sees every single Hispanic person or every single person that's crossed the border, and like you're a dangerous terrorist. Throw them down to the ground immediately. Like he treats every single one of them like a criminal, and yeah, criminals are indeed coming in. Okay, that happens all the time. But he looks at random people who aren't criminals and just straight up sends ICE right after them. And I guess in the grand scheme of things, crossing the border would technically make him a criminal. But in the grand scheme of things, I think they're a little taking it a little too far with how they handle it sometimes. And overall, it's just a little unnecessary on both sides. I think the way how ICE handles certain things is not right. But I also don't think the way some people are protesting is also right. I think both situations are wrong. Okay, I understand why some people come to our country, come to the United States. I mean, they're running from, I don't know, some other country like South America or something that has like that's completely ran by gangs and cartels, and they're freaking fleeing for their lives, and they come here, and then we throw them back to the place they just came from, just for them to be stuck in. I don't know. I'm not saying they should be able to come in and stay for free, but I do think the immigration system or the way we let people in is a little. It takes a little too long sometimes. Some people they have to wait forever, or some people that just can't get in. And it's unfortunate because again they're running from a terrible place most of the time, or just a situation. Because there's some places where like gangs control whole cities and shit. They control whole towns and everything, and people run from these places, and they come to America for a better life, and they just get straight up denied. And and I again crossing the border illegally is not perfect, but like I think the way it's kind of handled or how these people are treated is kind of wrong. I think like if I would support a lot more. At least I think I should like straight up be going after actual criminals, and I'm not saying like let all the people just cross in illegally because yeah they shouldn't be doing that, but what other choice do they really have? And I'm not really trying to justify either situation. Um, I don't really know what to say because I don't really support like ICE and all the. I think there are situations where the police are escalating it in some of these situations. Like I saw a whole ass video of them, right? Some guy got shot in the face or something like by like a rubber bullet or something. It's a little unnecessary, but also again the riots. It's not right, and it's also it's stupid because there's scumbags who are taking advantage of the chaos and looting. So they're going to like clothing stores and stealing Jordans and shit. They're stealing Adidas clothes. They're stealing Nike clothes. They're stealing iPhones. Um, they're looting. They're burning down buildings. They're burning down cars. They're throwing rocks at people. I saw a video of this cop got a whole ass chunk of concrete thrown at his head, and his headgear, his helmet just popped right off. And like that's dangerous, dude. I don't think like if you want to say, oh, the police are escalating it, I don't think hucking chunks of concrete is gonna really support your case. Because again, I don't really think that's the right thing to do either. And a lot of people are throwing the word the word around Nazis though a lot. Like they're saying like, oh, this is like fascism or whatever, and they're here to stop our protesting and blah blah blah. I mean, I'm just gonna give a quick thing. If this was Nazis or whatever, you wouldn't be allowed to protest at all. So again, there are peaceful protests going on. There's peaceful demonstrations, and again, I support that 100%. I think you have the right to protest. However, when you start burning down buildings, you start throwing rocks at the police, you start doing all of this, it is no longer a protest, it is a riot. And whenever you kind of point that out to some people, the first thing they instantly do is go like, well, it's better than January 6th. And like, that's just the stupidest thing to say, because no one is trying to justify January 6th, okay? That was a terrible event too, okay? That was a bad event. But this is bad too, okay? Burning down random cars, hucking chunks of concrete at police, burning down buildings, and doing all the shenanigans they're doing is not right either. Both scenarios, both events are not good, okay? I don't understand why anytime you try to talk bad about these riots, people instantly go like and think like you're like a Republican trying to defend January 6th. Okay, I mentioned this in the comment section once. I can't remember exactly what I said. I think I said these. Yeah, someone said they're protests, and I said they're not protests. They're riots. At least referring to the ones in L.A. And someone said, "Well, it's better than January 6th." Like, I'm not even. No one mentioned January 6th. No one mentions January 6th, and half the time some people just go like, "Well, it's better than January 6th." Is that all you got to say? I'm just saying. I don't know. Neither situation is right, and this whole situation is chaos. And again, in different cities, I think it's starting to heat up in New York a bit. I saw a few videos of them, of some people. I think it was New York. A little bit of brawl with police. It's not looking good. And then in some cities again, it's a lot more peaceful. And then in places like LA, it's a straight up war zone. I hope it doesn't come anywhere near me, but only can hope now, right? This is a lot of problems, though. I think it's not good. None of this is good. All right, I don't think any of it is right, in my opinion. I don't think the rioting, burning down buildings, not really buildings are being. It's mostly cars. They're for some reason burning a lot of cars, and yeah, a lot of cars are being burned down. Again, throwing rocks at police is not okay. Throwing rocks at their cars is not okay. Because that's just going to make it worse. The people who are constantly saying, oh, well, they escalated it. Like, yeah, and you're keeping it going by hawking rocks at them. Again, I don't think what ICE does half the time is right. I've seen videos where they'll like storm someone's graduation, completely disregard of anything else, grab the person and just throw them down on the ground or just handle them in the most unnecessary way possible. It's like they treat every single person that's like Hispanic. Again, I mentioned this. They kind of look at it in a black and white lens, like, oh, you're Hispanic or of some sorts. You're an illegal criminal cartel member, you know. And yes, criminals are in the country sneaking in. Okay, it's unfortunate that innocent people are being caught in the crossfire while ICE is kind of trying to do their job of apprehending actual criminals. And again, I'm not saying we should just let everybody in and like you crossing the border illegally is still not right, but you know, I definitely think the process of just trying to cross into the into our country in general is a bit of a pain in the ass for some people because again, they're fleeing from bad situations or whatnot, and I think I don't know. There's so much to talk about. I think this is such a big controversy. I really hope this video doesn't like straight up get me on a hate list. I'm not siding with ICE. I'm just trying to say that I'm not siding with really either side at this point. I do support the peaceful protest. I 100 like go ahead and do that. That is good. Peacefully protest. I don't support rioting. I don't support any of that. And really, this whole situation, it's a lot. It's a deep situation. It's still going. I don't know how long it'll last. All right, LA is again. It's on day 3 or 4. Protests are starting to grow in like Chicago, New York, and other bigger cities across America. And I just wonder how far this will go. I'm mostly just wondering again how long the chaos in Los Angeles will go, because it's getting to the point that the National Guard has been deployed, a curfew has been initiated in downtown Los Angeles, and it's a bad situation. None of this is good in my opinion. You know, I don't know. I don't know what else to really say other than the fact that this is not good. All right, I mean, it's bad. Okay, no matter how you want to look at it, some people are straight up saying like, "Oh, this is a revolution." The process. I don't know if it will straight up lead to like a civil war or some sort. I mean, probably not. Hope not. I just kind of want shit to be normal for once. But hey, can't have that. Some people are saying like it's Trump's fault. I mean, listen, his whole campaign was going to be cracking down on immigration, whether it's targeting just random people. Okay, I've seen videos of them going to there's this construction site. ICE pulled up, arrested everybody. Like these people are technically working for the country. Okay, they're coming here and they're being hard workers. I'm not sure if it's right to straight up throw them out. To be honest, I'm just going to say that. But again, criminals are getting in. Okay, and I do 100% support apprehending these criminals, these murderers, and these drug traffickers, whatever, all the bad stuff. Okay, I 100% apprehending these people. I don't think you should be going after like the people who are coming here to work and all of that, coming here just to get away from danger from whatever country they originate from. They bring their family here. They're trying to at least get something better, at least for a little bit. And then we just pull up and get them out. And I think it's a little wrong. But again, it's a tough subject to really talk about. It's kind of hard to like word it because again, I don't even know what to say 100%. But listen, I'm not like straight up justifying what the police are doing. Sometimes, yeah, in some videos I've seen, there's kind of the ones that kind of make it worse. Both sides are not really helping though, because the protesters will do one thing, and then the police will do another thing, and then it's no longer a protest, it's a riot. People take advantage of the chaos, start burning down cars, attacking random innocent people. I've seen videos of legit people just trying to get through the chaos. They're being attacked, their cars are being surrounded and jumped on and stomped on by people because they're not even... Some people just aren't even protesting for the sake of the cause. They're not even like, they're just joining the riot just for a free day to commit a crime, essentially, right? They'll see that the riot's going on, go outside, maybe burn down a car. They'll have a mask on and covering their face and everything. They'll cause a bit of chaos. They're basically doing this, taking advantage of this whole situation and making it look a lot worse than it actually... Okay, the whole situation, there's just so much to it. There's a lot to it. Again, I support the people who are peacefully protesting. I don't think how ICE handles certain things is right. And I don't like how Trump kind of treats every single immigrant or person that's coming here. He kind of looks at it again in a black and white lens, like, oh, you're a criminal, and you're a criminal. You know, I don't think it's right. Again, going after the criminals is a good thing, and I don't know. There's a lot. This is a big subject. Again, please, before anyone takes it out of context and straight up hates on me, please don't. Okay, I mean, go ahead. You can hate on me all you want. I am not straight up against siding with the police or whatever. I'm kind of like in the middle. I do support the peaceful protests. I do not support the people who are rioting. Also, I just got to talk shit. The mayor or governor of California, they're stupid. I'm gonna be honest. They're going like, oh, well, it's peaceful and it's under control. Like, you call all of this under control? It's really not. The whole situation has been taken way further than it actually has to be. And whether you want to blame the police or ICE or whatnot, it's not right nevertheless. Neither side is in the right, at least in LA, where all the riots are going on. There's still peaceful protests around the area, but don't associate the people who are peacefully protesting versus the people who are rioting. These are two separate groups, and I just want people who are like don't support the protests, don't associate the people who are peacefully protesting with the people who are rioting and destroying their own city. Okay, that's all. I mean, that's really all I have to say. Because I've seen videos of like, oh, they're all protesting, they're all rioting. I've seen people go like, every single one of them is rioting. That's not true. There are peaceful protests going around in California a bit and in other cities across the country, and people are just instantly associating all the protests with all the rioting, and then it's just again a black and white lens, not looking at the full picture, and just instantly associating one group with another group, associating the peaceful group with the violent group. And yeah, I mean, that's not right. Please just look at it from a bigger point of view. All right? That's all. This whole situation is just crazy. It's chaos, and I really do hope it winds down soon. All right? I'm not really sure how much longer this whole situation will continue to go on for. Really, this is just like, again, neither side, in my opinion, is in the right. Okay, I just want to say that. So like, I'm kind of in the middle of this whole thing. I support the peaceful protesting. I support the peaceful gatherings and all that. The moment like you start throwing rocks at police and burning cars on fire and doing all that, it's no longer a protest. It's a riot. Or again, it's not good. And then when it comes to like, the police aren't necessarily making it better because they're throwing tear gas at random peaceful protesters occasionally. They're shooting rubber bullets at people or whatever. They're like whacking people with their sticks, batons or whatever they carry around, and they're bashing people with their riot shields. Really, again, the whole situation is just straight up out of control, in my opinion. At least the ones in LA. Again, I support the peaceful protesting that are going around the country, but I mean, hopefully the ones that are peaceful remain peaceful. And again, for people who are out there, stay safe. Okay. If it starts to escalate, I would recommend just trying to get out of the situation because you don't want to be caught up in that. It can get bad. People are being hurt on both sides. Cops are getting hurt, and it's not right. But so are innocent bystanders. I've seen videos of literally this one lady was trying to get to work. She was driving down the street, and these people were just blocking the road. People who aren't really part of this and just trying to live their daily lives, please just like get out of the way for them, let them go through. Because really, I don't think like blocking the road and halting innocent people or people who aren't really a part of it from like doing their just daily lives, that's not right. I don't support. I mean, please just let them through. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video, I think, just because I'm running out of time. Anyways, I mean, I might go on for a bit longer, but this is again a big subject, so it's a controversial subject because if you say the wrong thing, you might get people to hate you. Again, I am not straight up like supporting ICE or anything, but I'm not supporting the rioting either. So really, I'm kind of like in the middle, but I do support peaceful protesting and all of that. I actually just wanted to add more. As I stopped recording, I was just like scrolling on Instagram and I saw this random post of like someone like saying like, oh, if someone walked into your house, right, and a complete stranger, it's the same as crossing the country illegally. And like, I just kind of want to add that, and I just want to say like, I mean that's a fair analogy, I guess, but I'm not trying to like again say we should like let every single person into the country, but I do believe how some people are being treated is absolutely inhumane in my 100%. I think how some situations are handled by the police, by ICE, and all of that is a little unnecessary. Sometimes they are the one escalating it. They are the ones grabbing people, throwing them down, pepper spraying them, tasing them, doing whatever, throwing tear gas at them, and just absolutely ripping families. Some people, everyone deserves a better life. Okay, everyone, and again, you cannot choose where you're born. You cannot choose where you live. But if you're in a country, again, down somewhere else that isn't very stable, that has a lot of crime, that has bad gangs that literally control entire towns and shit, that control everybody's daily lives, the people who are stuck in those situations, who are innocent people with their families or whatnot, they deserve a chance at a better life. And I think how sometimes they're just thrown out, or their families are ripped apart, they're thrown in whatever court, whatever, all of that. I just think it's inhumane. It's wrong. And I do believe, again, people have a right to get a better life. Again, I'm not saying everyone should just get a free pass here, but again, it's a little difficult for some people to get in here. It's already hard enough, in my opinion. I think it's already hard enough for some people to get in here, and it's already hard enough, and I don't know. There's a lot I could say more. But I think I'm kind of already running out of things to say, or at least on my mind right now. I don't have much else to say, other than the fact that, again, like, it's not really right. Neither situation is right. I just want to bring up the riots again one more time. I don't support that. I think that is all taken way too far. People are getting caught in the crossfire. Innocent people. Cops are, again, not really helping it, but in their case, they're having chunks of rocks thrown at them. And that, again, if they get hit in the head hard enough, that could literally kill somebody. I don't really support either situation. Two wrongs don't make a right, essentially. It's not really the right analogy, because the riots and all of that are not right, but the good protests are. And if you are protesting, again, I'm not saying everyone can control the situation they're in, but if it does start to heat up, try to get out of there. It can get dangerous. So, really, this whole situation is just crazy. I mean, I think some people, like, I feel like they just treat, like, every immigrant that's coming here the exact same. Like they're some kind of dangerous fugitives that have murdered 12 people and traffic, like, sell drugs all the time, They kind of just look at every single person. They'll look at a random guy who's, like, doing construction, who's completely innocent, and happened to have came here illegally, and they'll just look at him, hey, he's a murderer. No, he's not. They'll just look at him and go like, hey, we're gonna arrest you and treat you like shit now. I think it's wrong. I don't really know what else I could really say other than the fact that all of this is bad. I don't support rioting, but I don't support the treatment of some people, because, again, they're trying to get out of wherever they're coming from. And, again, not saying we should, like, let everybody in, because it's we can't really do that, but it's really hard to get into the country. Okay, immigrating to the United States is actually really difficult. Okay, sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it's a very complicated system, and sometimes it's hard. And I'm not saying, like, oh yeah, just cross the border illegally, it's totally fine. But I don't know, man. I think all of that, there's a lot you could really say about it. The whole situation is not right, I think. Anyways, I think I'm out of all the things I just wanted to add. I think that's kind of it, is just bring up the fact that people deserve a better chance. And treating them how they are being treated by ICE is not right. But again, the people who are down in Los Angeles, burning down cars, hucking chunks of concrete at police, looting, attacking people who are just trying to get through the streets, that's not right. But I do think the police, I mean, some people want to bring up, like, the fact that the National Guard was deployed, like, well, that's not legal. Like, technically, there is nothing, like, illegal about it for the most part. The National Guard is kind of a thing to both protect us abroad and domestically. So if there is a bad riot going on, the National Guard is going to be there. But I don't know. This whole thing is insanity, dude. Like, I've seen comments of people saying, let the National Guard bring it on. Like, do you guys want this to get worse? Because this situation, especially down in LA, it's already really bad. All right, it's already bad. And there's people in random comment sections probably trolling. I'm not really sure if they are, but they're literally asking the National Guard to bring it on. Like, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. That's just senseless violence. I think all of this is unnecessary, senseless violence that are neither side is necessary. At least, again, the peaceful protesting, 100%. The people who just randomly decide, I'm not really sure how exactly these riots started, but they were obviously taken out of proportion. The police kind of don't always help because, again, the moment someone does something, they'll shoot you in the face with a rubber bullet or smack you in the face with their batons or shields or whatever. Again, none of it is right, I think. None of it's right. That's just one, But, like, you can't really, like, I don't know, man. I just think the last thing I just want to say is all of this is completely, it's all chaos. None of it's good. Again, the only good thing is the peaceful protesting. Keep it up, okay? Keep up the good work. You guys are doing a much better job than the people rioting because those guys aren't sending a good message. The people who are peacefully protesting are. You guys are the ones delivering a good message versus the people who are not delivering a good message. Again, final thing I will say, everyone deserves a better chance of a better life. And the way it's kind of treated is a little wrong. But again, not everybody should be straight up let in. Vice versa. Go after the real criminals, okay? Go after the murderers, all that terrible stuff. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will, again, I can probably start streaming real soon. I'll keep you guys updated with that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I have a video on Black Ops 7 coming out later today, probably, yeah. Can't believe we're at Black Ops 7, that's crazy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.